Anthony Davis is out for an undetermined amount of time, and the Lakers keep losing, so everyone is very interested in what the team does on the trade market. The Lakers can either try to save the season by making an all-in trade, which might not work, or throw in the towel on the season by not making a move. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the front office can agree on what to say, so there are different reports and rumors in today's headlines. Most people seem to think that the Lakers won't change how they trade after AD's injury.
To twist his ankle. That's a tough call for a defender, though. I tell you, when you're coming down in transition like that,
That's not necessarily good news, since the Lakers were too scared to make a deal before. On the most recent episode of That's OD, ESPN's Dave McMenamin, who has been one of the most reliable sources when it comes to clutch sports and the Lakers, said that the Lakers aren't changing how they think about trades. The overall tone and way of thinking is the same as it was at the beginning of the year.
Even if they aren't playing, when asked about him, folks comfortable on the floor with him. AD smooth.
We're going to look at the trade market and find a way or ways to get better, and that's still true. In a way, if they find out that Anthony Davis is going to be out for a long time, to the point where they'll have to figure out how to live without him for the rest of the season, it gives them a way out, or not bet the farm on the season to not use both picks, which could help them in trade talks because LeBron and AD looked like two very good players when the season started.
Possession now for the Lakers. Normally they would come down and look for an alley-oop. Instead, it's LeBron. Took him forever to hit a three. The other.
Any team the Lakers deal with knows that they almost have to make a move. This gives them an advantage in negotiations because they can use it to get what they want. Based on the latest information about AD's injury, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the Lakers are waiting. Davis's injury isn't clear right now, and it's possible he could be back in a few weeks.
The Lakers are currently without Anthony Davis right now, as reported by our Malika Andrews, getting treated.
It seems unlikely that the Lakers will make any big moves before they know what AD's long-term plans are. But having said that, they might be pulling back the reins. Though not every report says that the Lakers haven't changed their minds yet. Even though the first update on AD's injuries wasn't the worst-case scenario, it didn't feel like a good update, and it's still possible he'll be out for a long time.
It feels good to get 3 in a row. Now we just got to carry it over into the road and put a...
The Athletic's Jovan Buha said that the Lakers are starting to think twice about making a deal now that they have lost a lot of games. Trades for new players would help, and the Lakers are still figuring out what they can do on a slow trade market. At the same time, if the team keeps struggling, it gets harder and harder to justify trading a first-round pick.
Be able to hit the open shot on ball reversal.
Here's James, flips it up and in over Doncic for his first points.
The front office doesn't want to make more win-now moves because they don't want to add to their past mistakes. It's easy to say how this team is losing games because of how it was put together in the first place. But the Lakers have decided not to make the problem worse by giving up more assets for a team that is so far out of the running that even a few trades in the middle of the season won't help.
A lot of extra time if you needed it. Of course, Dennis just missed the last game. And there's a back in by AD, playing like the MVP.
In a void, it's a good point to make. Fans won't like this decision, and they probably shouldn't, due to how the last 2 seasons have turned out. The most annoying and frustrating thing about all this is that it felt like the Lakers were 1 or 2 moves away from being able to compete near the top of the Western Conference, or even the league as a whole.
Now 3 of 11 with the miss there. And Davis will try 20-footer, and it is down. That's his first bucket of the evening.
That was in large part because AD was having a career year and playing very well. In the same That's OD podcast as the above report, McMenamin said that AD's injury has caused frustration in the Lakers front office. It's crazy. The Western Conference is so close right now, which makes the Lakers situation even more frustrating for those involved.
When I didn't play, haven't been playing, and been here cheering on the guys, supporting the guys, try to get,
Like the Lakers' decision makers, who knew that they were maybe just a small piece away from making a real run and getting back into 5th or 6th place with a long stretch of good basketball. It's also frustrating that the injury is what it is. A possible long-term injury could have been caused by a play that didn't even look risky or dangerous. And the fact that AD keeps getting these kinds of injuries, which seem like flukes, is a constant gut punch.
But after this play,
Anthony Davis made his way back to the locker room. He has not emerged. We have not gotten a report just yet.
The Lakers are in a frustrating situation, and most of it is their own fault. It feels like they've been there before. On January 28, 2019, news came out that Anthony Davis, the star big man for the New Orleans Pelicans at the time, had asked to be traded out of New Orleans. This gave teams that were already good and had things to trade the chance to get one of the best big men in the league when he was at his best.
Yeah, we just try to make it tough on him and KP. They're two great players, and we know that.
Davis was only 25 years old at the time, and his average game stats were 29.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.7 steals, and 2.6 blocks. Wow. So it makes sense that a lot of teams wanted to get the rising star.
A homecoming for him. Of course, college he went to the University of Oregon. AD counted and one as he challenged Porzingis.
Anthony Davis's agent, Rich Paul, told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski in a statement that David had asked to be traded at first. Davis could have signed a huge 5-year, $240 million contract extension at the time, but he made clear that winning was more important to him than money. At the time, the Pelicans were just 22 and 28 and were 13th in the Western Conference. Davis reportedly didn't tell the Pelicans that he wanted to trade with them at first. Davis instead asked to be traded and agreed to play the rest of the season while he waited. Who was interested in signing Anthony Davis? Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports says that the first teams to make trade offers for Davis were the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers. Later, it was said that the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets, the Chicago Bulls, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the LA Clippers were also interested in Davis. Young stars like Celtics star forward Jason Tatum and Sixers star point guard Ben Simmons were mentioned in trade rumors. At the same time, some other teams were trying to trade future draft picks. Many months were spent going back and forth about trade. Then, in the end, the LA Lakers won the Davis sweepstakes with a huge trade package that included both future picks and young talent. On June 16, 2019, the New Orleans Pelicans and the Los Angeles Lakers agreed to trade Anthony Davis. In exchange, the Pelicans got 3 first-round picks and the young players Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. The trade would change the title race in the NBA right away for the 2019-2020 season. Davis and fellow superstar LeBron James helped the Lakers win a championship in their first season together in 2020. Davis has been hurt since the trade, which has made some people wonder if the Lakers got enough in return for all the things they gave up. But both he and LA reached their goals, which was to win a championship. So most people would agree that the trade was good for both parties. Davis had played in 163 regular season games for the Lakers and has averaged 24.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 2.1 blocks per game. He's also shot 52.7% of the time. With Davis, the Lakers are 97 and 66. Not bad, not bad. Do you think that the Davis' trade was one of the best things to happen to the Lakers in the past decade? Comment below and let us know. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.